Well, good morning, everybody. And how good does that feel? Leeds United, top of the table, goal difference, unbelievable, and away win under our belt, heading on over to Derby on the 29th. And we're back here with the three things, which is always sweeter after a victory, isn't it? But make sure you're slapping a like on the video. As always, everybody will have your full time with Connor out a little bit later on, which is going to be going through all of the fixtures and all of the next fixtures as well coming up between Burnley, Sunderland, Sheffield United, and obviously Leeds been included in that pack. Listen, the WhatsApp group on the Patreon was going nuts last night. And if you are part of that group, your comments will be read out first and highlighted. Make sure you join that over on the Patreon. All the contributions go to the working of the One Leeds fan channel. Really appreciate that, everybody. Thank you so much to your donations. A couple of thanks to give as well to Darren Whitkirk, and another one to give out to Mary Ann as well, who donated after the video, which you can do next to the join option where it says subscribe, to clicking the word thanks and then donating. Thank you so much, you two, for that post video. Just needed to do that. Right, everybody, we're sponsored by IPM Group UK, as you know, all your CCTV and surveillance needs with Rick and the gang. Listen, obviously, Football Prize have still got 3 days until the end of their competition. Everybody get involved for all your hospitality bits. It's 31p to get involved in this raffle. But let's get on to your three things that we learned. So the number one thing was, look, I'm just excited. I'm just happy. My team is top of the division, and I'm just buzzing. I'm a bit like a Cheshire cat this morning. And the reason behind that is because I want to look at it from a game specific thing, and that's on this channel kind of what we do a lot. It's specifically looking at the actual game, player performances, and we will get into that. But the general scope of things is it's just fantastic now. You know, you potentially end in the new year top of the division, and maybe problems at other clubs as well, in and around this sort of top three conundrum. And we're going to get into that. But I'm just really happy with what we're seeing right now. I'm happy with the depth. I'm happy with obviously 2 wins in 2. You've got 6 goals scored, none conceded, and but hopefully this is going to be the start of our away form drastically improving. That's 4 and 11 now. Can we get it to a better average over the next part of the season? I'm hoping so, and I think we will. So immediately, what I wanted to do is focus on Joel Piroe, who I want to give his flowers to. Scored 2 goals yesterday. And listen, the first one was what a finish with his right foot. Absolutely smashes it off the underside of the crossbar. I thought he'd taken it too far wide. But listen, and the back post goal, which we said on the watch on was going to happen, Bogle was excellent in the game. We're going to get into that. But him playing the ball to Dan James speeding and playing the ball across. We mentioned on the watch on that is how Piroe will score in this game. It will be just a cut across, and it'll be him finishing at the back post. And listen, that is what you need to do as a striker when Dan James is on the pitch. Of course you do. Not dropping deep, but almost varying your play a little bit, running front post and obviously back post, I should say, but front post being the major one, of which we've spoken about on here, being maybe a little bit of a criticism towards Piroe because he doesn't dart across that front post a lot. But if he adds that to his game and that back post header there, beating obviously the offside trap and Johnny on the spot to put the ball in the back of the net, fantastic stuff. But him just adding those near post runs to his game is going to drastically improve him, in my opinion, in that final third. But he got his 2 goals across the pitch. This is kind of what I'm talking about with Piroe in a sense. Which is just him, the duels, which I've always been a little bit, it's been the other part of the game, 0 in 5 for 44 duels, lost 10. But I don't want to focus on that too much. I want to focus on his overall play, which was okay yesterday, but he got his goal. And that's what we've kind of always said on here. It's the 8, 9 other things out of 10, of which Piroe, you're a little bit like, oh, but he is a finisher and he's a better finisher than Joseph. I'd like to see Joseph given minutes. I always say this on the channel, but because he can't prove himself otherwise. Thought he looked busy when he came on, but overall, Piroe is the finisher and he's the 3rd top scorer in the division. So listen, 5 goals in 13 or 14 doesn't crown him, in my opinion, as like this ridiculous ruthless striker. But what I will say, he got his goals last night and it massively helped Leeds United out. Obviously got us the 3 points, and he is a brilliant finisher. He's a brilliant finisher. We all know that, especially at this level. So the other parts of the game need to be improved, but it doesn't matter. Leeds top of the league. Joel Piroe has scored 2 goals, fantastic, and hopefully he's not had a goal or an assist away in his last 5 games, and hopefully that's going to start changing a little bit now. Someone else I wanted to focus on as well was Brendan Aaronson. I thought Brendan's game was decent yesterday. I thought he played well. Love a little assist as well for Joel Piroe. And I thought he looked good. I thought he looked busy. The only thing I've ever criticised I said the only thing I've ever criticised. The thing with Brendan sometimes is it's just that end product, that technical aspect. But I thought he showed a really nice distribution of the ball, nice accuracy, nice weight on the pass as well for Joel Piroe when he didn't take it around. He tried to take it around the keeper and it was blocked, and then he roofed it. A great finish. But yeah, Aaronson, I'm really happy for him, and that's as I keep saying, this is the January conversation right now. If he can keep improving and keep improving and keep improving, he's going to put the conversation to Daniel Farker and the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to turn around and say, well, if he's producing as the number 10 and he's doing it up until January, we have got those rotation options, which I do believe we have in that number 10. But if he's able to consistently do that, he's going to put it on the board, and the board are going to have to go, well, Brendan Aaronson's proven it. He's getting goals and he's getting assists. So can we really change this right now? Can we really go out and get a number 10 now? I know myself and a lot of other people will say, yes, you've got to do that. It's not just the off the ball work, but if you can improve his on the ball work, then Brendan Aaronson is going to be a little bit more of a shoe in, and he's going to be a little bit more of a consistent thought in Daniel Farker's process. I do genuinely believe, when I've mentioned the consistent thought there, maybe he's playing him to almost say, look, do it for me, or I'm going to prove to the board that I need another number 10. So consistency is about his on the ball work, I think, not just about his off the ball work, which I think is already very decent. But Bogle is someone who I wanted to talk about as well. Just what he is the championship's Trent. Swear to God, he's the championship's Trent Alexander-Arnold. He is the raking balls, the inversion into that central spot going forward. Sometimes can be a little bit, as we all know. Sometimes there's conversations about his defending, but I think that's I think he's a better defender than what people think he is. Similarly to Trent, but his attacking tendencies are unbelievable. He's a winger for Leeds, and when he gets into those shooting positions, of which he had a really decent shot yesterday, parried away by Johansson, he's a problem. And I think Jayden Bogle is the best right back in this division by a country mile. I think he's better than Connor Roberts, 100%. I think he's better than Alfie Gilchrist. Let's have an honest conversation here without any disrespect. And I don't think there's many others in this division. Van Ewick as well at Coventry, who can play left and right. But aside from that, I think he stands out. I think he stands head and shoulders above any other right back in this division. Let's be honest. He is the championship's Trent. And I'm watching him last night. I'm watching him invert. I'm watching him drive through that middle. And I'm thinking it's Trent Alexander-Arnold for Liverpool. So, yeah, unbelievable. Really good performance from him. And I wanted to, these are sort of a culmination of different things, really. But I also wanted to touch on the squad depth of the other teams in and around us. Now, I think Sheffield United have got to a point of which, I'm going to touch on this on full time, but I think they've got to a point of which they have to invest in January. I think Suter picked up a little bit of an injury yesterday as well. And you're looking at Burnley and you're looking at Leeds right now. And the dynamic is so interesting because obviously with Sheffield United, with the month that they've got coming up, with West Brom, with Sunderland, and L's back, I think. But on top of that, yeah, Harry Suter's picked up a little bit of a knock. Is this the time where potentially Leeds and Burnley pull away? Who knows? The genuine possibilities here are endless, and this is why we do reactionary content, because 1 week it changes. It changes every single week, every single game week. But you're looking at Sheffield United now, their lack of depth, their bench options, of which looks very slight yesterday. Injuries coming back sort of mid-January, and you're looking at Burnley with the likes of Benson, Bayer, Ramsey, all back early January, and a bench still having Rodriguez, Koleosho, and other players on that bench, of which you're looking at and think Sarmiento's coming back as well, early Jan, and you're looking at that and thinking, flipping heck, like the options that Burnley do have on the bench now, Ekdal as well, Joe Worrell. You look at them and thinking, okay, they've still got sustenance on that bench. They've still got sustenance on that bench and depth on that bench. So are we genuinely looking at a period right now where Sheffield United are going to have to dip into the market? Obviously, Oliver Arblasters out. And this also films back to Leeds United when you're bringing Tanaka on, you're bringing Nonto on, you're bringing Ramzani on, you're bringing Joseph on. We've not brought Gilavoggi on, we've not brought Verber on. This is the depth that we've got right now. So I don't think it should take Leeds away from doing something in the January window, but something I've learned looking at the bench yesterday with Ampadu now back and clearly going to be involved in proceedings. Another thing I've learned is Leeds have so many problems in comparison, problems that they can force on other teams with what we have on the bench. They almost have to change the complete game plan to what we're bringing off the bench. Ampadu to Tanaka, Nonso to James, Largy to, let's say, Solomon. You have to completely change your game plan for it. So I'm really happy this morning at Leeds top of the table. This is not really a three things, but it's more of a culmination of four or five different things. But guys, thank you so much for joining. Leave your three things in the comment section below. We're going to be doing the full time with Connor a little bit later on, probably around about 7 o'clock, where we're going to be going into the championship and all those other bits. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in a bit.